I don't
That's
see
it.
That's just such.
So you're saying okay?
That's just such a high.
No, but okay.
Far-fetched what if
No,
scenario
but
for
what
me.
if they do shit the bed?
It's just a far-fetched what if scenario for me that I can't even believe that. Like I genuinely can't.
Okay, but
believe
let's just say
that
it happens. Shit, unbelievable shit happens all the time.
Bro, that is unbelievably unbelievable. You're trying to go back to winning ways, and hopefully, shotgunning beers out of a shoe.
Yeah. It's called a shoey.
Or a shoey. I don't know. We don't drink.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the BTR podcast.
Before we get started, like, comment, and subscribe.
Make sure you guys follow our Instagram, our TikTok. Thank you for 50 followers. Let's try to get that to 100 now. And YouTube Shorts. Let's try to get to 200 subs by the end of this month. We're currently at 167. Audio. Make sure you guys, if you guys prefer to listen to the audio method, download the podcast on your favorite audio platform and give us a 5-star rating if you guys enjoyed the podcast. Without further ado, let's get right into this. It's NFL's day today.
Yeah.
Kickoff.
Yes.
Well, at the time of this recording, we still have to wait.
I tripped out. I was like, yo, NFL today. I was like, it's Wednesday. But then, obviously, it's coming out tomorrow. And we got the Chiefs and Lions kicking off the season.
Before we continue, we're not going to be going through each games or anything like that. Like every week, essentially. We're not going to go through every single game. We're going to just catch what we think is the best. In this case, it's opening game, opening kickoff. That's why we're going to talk about it. But if you guys want to see us write our scripts down, we predicted the NFL season, go check out our last podcast episode.
Yeah.
It's literally titled, We Predicted the NFL Season. Plus, we talked about other stuff like the transfer deadline. Make sure you guys check that video out. You'll know who we picked, who our Super Bowl predictions are. We're not spoiling anything in this video. Make sure you guys go check that out. And yeah.
You could see me picking the Colts winning the Super Bowl. Or not.
I said, yeah. I mean, I did say no spoilers.
Yeah.
But, let's get right into it. You want to get into the big news? Or do you want to get into the game?
Yeah, we'll start with some news, then we'll cover up week one afterwards. I mean, the biggest news today has to be Nick Bosa.
Yeah. So, the 49ers, that was the biggest question mark. Was Nick Bosa going to play week one against the Pittsburgh Steelers? He was having a contract holdout, reigning defensive player of the year. In my opinion, until last year, wasn't talked about as much as a top defensive guy, right? At least in my opinion.
It was a lot of,
especially when Micah Parsons came into the scene.
Yeah, it was a lot of Micah hype. So,
and then before that's always been Aaron Donald. It's always been like Miles
TJ
Garrett,
Watt. But no, Bosa had like 18.5 sacks. I think it's well-deserved contract. He ever since he got drafted by the Niners, first year helped them go to the Super Bowl, and I think 3 out of the 4 years, last 3 of the 4 years, they made the NFC Championship game.
Yeah, 2 Super Bowl appearances.
One Super Bowl appearance.
One Super Bowl appearance. I don't know why they made it last year. 1 Super Bowl appearance, and it's a 5-year, $170 million extension. He's 25, who's been holding out, and he reportedly will get $122.5 million guaranteed. This surpasses Aaron Donald by a pretty big margin. Because I think Aaron Donald was, $30 million a year. This is close to...
This is 34.
Yeah.
So basically, he is the highest paid player other than a quarterback.
Yeah.
So get rid of all those quarterbacks, and Nick Bosa is your highest paid player. And honestly, if you think about it, highest paid player is either going to go to like wide receiver maybe or edge rusher, in my opinion. If someone like other than quarterback, obviously.
Yeah, I agree with that. Because the quarterback usually throws it to the wide receiver, unless your scheme is tight end heavy.
If you pick one position from the offense, one position from defense, it's probably edge rush and wide receiver.
Yeah, I mean, you would think it would be kind of cornerback because they're literally guarding the wide receiver.
No, but edge rush, getting pressure on the quarterback is absolutely key. Like it genuinely is. It's a Chiefs game plan, basically, right?
Yeah. But he's back. He's he could play game one, literally.
He will play game one.
So, I mean, it's not like he has a new scheme. Yeah, he has a new DC, but it's probably within anyways. So it's not that big of a deal. Congrats, Nick Bosa. Let's see if you could get over the hump this year, right? Moving on, let's go to the other big news of the day, which will lead into our week one kickoff, because it is NFL kickoff day. Travis Kelce. And he's questionable. So they labeled it as a bone bruise, if I'm not mistaken. and they're saying that he avoided an ACL damage. So what happened was he hyperextended his knee on Tuesday, and obviously he's literally their only option right now that's elite.
I've said this many times, when we're talking about Chris Jones. There's 3 players on that team that need to play for the Chiefs to win. Mahomes, Kelsey, and Chris Jones. And you could potentially be missing 2 of them.
Yeah. Chris Jones is still holding out, which is not a good thing on their defensive side. But they are offensive heavy, but people are underrating the defensive side of the ball. But when it comes to Travis Kelsey, you lost Tyreek Hill. It's not like, you still have Tyreek Hill to lean on. And even like Juju, he's no Tyreek Hill, so I'm not even going to consider him part of that. And right now you have no one. Like Kadarius Toney just came back healthy. Sky Moore was trending on Twitter, so let's see what he could do in the second year, but you're asking a lot from him. I don't know if he plays. I'm not going to predict injury if he's playing or not, but it's a huge loss, right? Let's just say Travis Kelsey's out for multiple games. Are the Chargers then the favorites to still win the division? Let's just say he's out 4 games.
Oh yeah, then Chargers are definitely gonna have. You're telling me you're missing 4 games where you're potentially missing Kelsey.
That's
and
like
Jones,
a quarter of your season.
And Jones, right?
Jones is up to half. Jones is going to be up to half.
That's half the season without Chris Jones.
Because Chris Jones needs to play to be eligible to count a season. He has to play at least half the games.
I mean, in my personal opinion, if you're questionable for a tomorrow game or today's game, Thursday, I think you will be back the next week.
How much of this is just psyche? Like just messing with
this.
No. I mean, like, how much of is this not reporting him as out is to mess up the Lions' game plan too, right?
It never works like that, right?
Usually, but that's how a lot of people do it.
Their game plan is like, I think his game plans will be the same, with Kelsey or not. Obviously, it'll be easier.
They'll have 2 game plans. Every coach is gonna prepare for every situation.
But like, it's gonna be similar. Like, who are you gonna?
Who's
guard?
their tight end?
Huh?
Who's their tight end?
Who after Kelsey?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, if Kelsey's in, obviously they have a game plan for that.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't think the game plan changes if Kelsey's out. That's what I'm trying to say.
Maybe to a certain extent, because then if
maybe they could add
Kadarius Toney might be the number 1 option.
Yeah, I know, but like maybe they could add a little bit more pressure. But I think it's gonna be same, like still similar.
Yeah, who knows? But
like
obviously,
maybe you move your best guy.
Questionable is a good sign because it's not like he's labeled out instantly and we don't know.
Or doubtful.
Yeah, like he's labeled questionable, and we've seen situations in the past where someone becomes doubtful to in pretty quick. Now it might be a different sport, but it happened to LeBron in basketball last year. So, where he was like labeled out to doubtful to in and within like a span of 24 hours, right? But this is football, and I don't know if the Chiefs want to risk him. It's the first game of the season. At the end of the day, it's the first game of the season. Detroit Lions are good. Don't get me wrong. You have them on upset alert, I think. We have our family pick'ems going.
I picked the Lions.
Yeah. I don't know if any family member is watching this, but by the time this comes out, no, it still will be in time.
Yeah, it'll be in time, yeah.
But no, the Lions, like I said, we're not going to we'll disclose a bit. We think they're playoff contenders. We're not going to say if we put them in or not. That's your job to find out by watching the previous video.
Yeah.
Shameless plug. But they're like, in our opinion, it's no secret. We've said it before that they're a playoff caliber team. This can be their way into it, especially with no Chris Jones and now no Travis Kelsey. But we've seen Mahomes magic. We've seen Andy Reid magic. There's no Eric Bieniemy, right? Now, again, Andy Reid is still there. So how much are they going to get? Are they going to ring around a Rosie even more?
Those play calls,
to get those play, to make it even more unpredictable?
I pray for Mahomes doing good.
Why?
I have him on my fantasy team. So, as well. But no, I think they could survive a game without those two.
Against the Lions, I won't be surprised.
If it's multiple weeks, it's going to be tough for them.
Yeah. Like, hyperextended knee, like, if I were them, I might rest it. But it is a tough division. And not even just division, tough conference.
It's a tough game.
I'm just saying overall standing-wise, right? Like, the AFC is tough.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, let's see how that goes. Do you want to do predictions or no? Or leave it?
I already picked the Lions.
True, yeah. I picked the Chiefs. There you go.
Yeah, I guess.
We're not going to be disclosing every family pick 'em we do, but moving on. Let me just pull up the schedule here. Next injury on the list is Cooper Kupp.
Oh,
he's labeled out. It's not like we've said it. I know you're vehemently saying Rams are no chance of making the playoffs.
They're done.
I'm just saying, I don't know why. Like I said, I have a gut feeling that they might do something, but again, at the end of the day, I don't think they will. And
I'll tell you right now, your gut feeling is wrong.
We'll see.
It's wrong.
But Cooper Cup's out, so obviously it's gonna be now.
They lost game 1.
Yeah.
Who's Stafford gonna throw to? I mean, only
Who the
person.
hell do they have?
Higbee is pretty good.
Yeah, outside
as
of
tight end
him.
wise, but like
They don't still have. Do they have Allen
Van
Robinson?
Jefferson.
Do they still have Allen Robinson?
No. Do they? There's no way they don't.
They gave him a 3-year contract. I just don't know if they got rid of him or not.
I thought they got rid of him.
Allen Robinson. No, he's a Steeler.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
I don't know
they got
why
rid
it
of him.
tripped
Yeah.
out.
Well, you're tripping me
When
out
did
too.
he became a Steeler last year.
Are you good? Are you okay?
No.
What is wrong with you?
Wait, what's wrong? What?
Allen Robinson was a Ram last year.
Was that his first year?
That was his first year with the Rams.
Why am I tripping out the timeline then?
Are you Rams?
Well, he's 30 too. I didn't even expect him
Yeah,
to be
so
30.
Rams won the Super Bowl, signed Allen Robinson, did not work out, they cut him, and now he's a Steeler.
Oh,
I don't know
yeah.
I don't know what timeline you're living
Yeah,
in,
yeah,
man.
yeah. Who knows, man? Like,
What do you mean, who knows? No, I know.
No, I'm saying who knows what the timeline for me, man. It's been a long day. Alright, I've been up watching FIBA, and then I had work, alright? Give me a slack here.
Well, I watched FIBA.
You went back to sleep.
I had to go to school.
You went back to sleep,
It
though.
was more depressing than work.
You went back to sleep. Okay. Not what I work.
All right,
Anyways,
so,
back on track here. Yeah, no, Cooper Cup is out, possibly in IR. So the one guy Stafford could throw the ball to is no longer there. And yeah.
that's it. I mean,
Simple
Rams
as
lost. Rams lost.
So-
We're playing the Seahawks.
Pick a matchup you want to talk, like just pick one or two. We're not going to talk about the Colts much. They're the Jaguars. We'll see what happens. That's our Colts.
I mean,
talk
I
for the
feel
day.
like there's two obvious ones. Monday night and Sunday night.
Oh yeah, okay. We'll get to that in a second.
But
We'll close off on that.
yeah, I won't pick those ones right now. But one that I'm actually interested about is Bengals Browns in Cleveland.
That's what I was gonna pick.
Are we gonna get a good Deshaun Watson?
I think so.
If we get a good Deshaun Watson, the Browns have a good chance of winning this game.
I think so. I personally do. I still think he's not, because there was a lot of distractions last year, and again, rightfully so. He deserves to be on that kind of hot seat, and he was suspended for 11 games. Now he has a full off season again. He's gonna have Amari Cooper full connection there, and whoever else they have added. I know they added
Elijah Moore.
Yeah, like a lot of small pieces were added there.
David and Joe.
And I think they'll be fine, right? Like again, I think the Bengals are one of the teams to beat in that division. I think the Browns are right there though. Like I will not be surprised if the Browns, especially at home, Bengals usually get split or have a troublesome game against the Browns usually for the last few
that
years.
is true.
So for that reason, like I'm not gonna pick who wins or anything, but like that game's intriguing to watch. Like that's one of the games of the weekend for sure.
A good matchup there is Jamar Chase versus Denzel Ward as well.
Yeah.
And but one more key thing is as a Darius Smith signing. You can't really double team Myles Garrett as much anymore because Zadarius Smith could win his one-on-ones. Like he's a Pro Bowl edge rusher.
We'll see, because he's jumped around a lot now ever since Green Bay. Like it was Minnesota,
he went to
and
Green
I think
Bay to Minnesota. Minnesota want to clear up cap, so that's why they cut him as well.
But anyways, next matchup I want to talk about, Miami Chargers.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a tough one. That's literally a battle of the wild card spot in my opinion.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? And new offensive coordinator there. Is this Vic Fangio's first year?
For Dolphins?
Yeah.
Yes.
So there you go, new defensive coordinator there. Bradley Chubb following Vic Fangio there too, or either whoever followed who, they're together again. You still got not Byron Jones, what's the other guy? Xavier Howard, Javon Holland. You got studs there, and then Jalen Ramsey. I think he's out still.
Yeah,
but,
so that's gonna be key.
And then Chargers have like a two-headed monster at receiver, if healthy, and they added a third from the draft. And Gerald Everett's like an underrated tight end. Obviously not an elite tight end, but still one of the underrated tight ends.
Yeah, so for me, it's just going to come down to Tua Tagovailoa and how he's going to pick apart that Chargers defense. I do believe, based on, recent, I guess, last season, on paper, Chargers defense seems good, but they have underperformed.
Yeah, no,
right?
for sure.
And I do think this Dolphins team with Bradley Chubb full year, obviously, Jalen Ramsey's not there, but you still got Christian Wilkins, Emmanuel Ogbah as well.
Yeah.
So I think those guys could cause Justin Herbert some trouble. But at the end of the day, this is going to be like a one-possession game for me.
Yeah. moving on, let's talk about the two New York teams. First off, everybody knows what I've been saying for the last literally 2 weeks. Giants, Cowboys. Speaking of the Cowboys, for a shout out to them again. Normally, this is the second time I'm giving him a shout out.
Will Greer got picked up, right?
Yeah, he got picked up too, but not that. Did you not see the post in the family group chat and like some stories?
No, I didn't see anything.
Okay, so I'll pull it up. So the Dallas Cowboys of the NFL. This is from BozNews.org. The Dallas Cowboys of the NFL released their theme for the season, Carpe Omnia, and put up a sign near their locker room that also prominently features a Sikh Khalsa warrior in the top right. An image of sweatshirts with an image of Hari Singh Nalwa were also provided to the players. Now, I'm going to quickly Google what Carpe Omnia is. I should have done that before we record. But essentially, I'll show you the picture right now. Carpe Omnia is like seize everything. Okay, so go after. This is the picture they have in their thing, top left.
Yeah. Okay.
And then this is the sweatshirt. I don't know how much you can see it.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Right? So, Cowboys usually get on our nerves mainly because of how media coverage is. And again, it's ironic coming from a Man United fan and a Laker fan, from myself and yourself as a Man United fan. But in this case, you give flowers, right? First, the Will Greer story was insane. You gave him the opportunity. He got picked up. I forgot. I think it was the Bengals.
Yeah, I do believe it's the Bengals.
And now then you have this situation. And as a Punjabi, as a Amritari Sikh, and you not Amritari, but pretty much are Amritari Sikh.
Yeah, that's how I live my life. Right?
It's big, right? Like Sikh warriors were labeled as warriors, and it's great to see. A state of Texas usually isn't like the place you would think of it.
Yeah,
but
right. That's true.
Dallas putting this out, showing acknowledgement that Sikh are true warriors. So yeah, no, huge shout out to Dallas in that sense. But moving to the football side of things, I'm still picking you guys to lose this game. Because those of you guys don't know, I don't know, where have you been? You've seen the clip of the YouTube short, TikTok, whatever. You've seen me say in the last 2 episodes. This is the one thing I've already spoiled in the over-under and the prediction, that I think New York will finish ahead of Dallas in the playoffs. This is a game in New York. I think it's an easy pick for me. Now, again, it's a gut feeling, but it has a reasonable gut feeling compared to the Rams one.
All right, here I picked the Cowboys.
It's gonna be a tough matchup for sure. Still,
yeah, it will be.
Yeah,
I picked the Cowboys. Reason why, their defense bottled Daniel Jones.
Yeah, no,
their defense is scary. I look at their defense and I get scared. Genuinely get scared.
Oh no, I'm scared about making this pick.
Exactly.
But I know a lot of people are gonna probably be picking Dallas, so that's the other reason why I'm going.
Yeah,
with this.
obviously that's a tactic, but I'm just saying, Micah Parsons is scary.
In order for the Giants to be ahead of Dallas, I think they need to split one of the games, and why not the one at home, right? So, off the bat, Dallas usually struggles the first game sometimes, right? But now, to be fair, they played Tampa the last 2 years. I think it was first game of the season, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't remember, man.
But I remember the Tampa Super Bowl year, that they were Thursday night and Tampa beat them, but then Dallas went on the run. I think the next year, I think Dallas and Tampa played again, but I wasn't sure how that game went. But no, still division rivals, tough game. People might, casual fans might think, oh, it's the Giants. They probably suck, right? No,
Giants improved.
On paper, they made the playoffs last year. Then on paper, adding guys like Bobby Okereke, Isaiah Simmons, Darren Waller offensively. And Darren Waller will help a lot of people out. Saquon Barkley, Daniel Jones, Darius Slayton. Yeah, they're kind of weak on the wide receiver end, but Darren Waller will help that if they made the playoffs last year. And Saquon could play that slot too. So.
I am buying in on this defense for the Dallas Cowboys to win this game.
And I'm not.
I think Dak Prescott will do enough. By enough, I mean more than Daniel Jones, because I think he will get bottled this first game. Especially first game out of the gates, you're playing that defense.
Mike McCarthy's also calling plays for the first time.
But I told you this season, the Dallas Cowboys defense is going to take them to the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think they're still a playoff team.
And I think Dak Prescott will do enough, more than Daniel Jones, more than what the Giants defense is going to do to win this game.
Yeah. But hey, Giants fans, I'm with you. All right, let's go.
I mean, I agree with you that Giants will be sick.
Yeah.
But I'm picking the Cowboys for this game.
Yeah. Okay, moving on before we talk about other NFL related topics for the season preview. Bills Jets. Off the bat, biggest news here is Von Miller's out for the first 4 games. Jets are home. Jets are underdogs, but they're home. And first game, Rodgers and Hackett. Hackett being the actual play caller, because I believe LaFleur called plays in Green Bay. Let's see how that goes, especially what went wrong in Denver. But, let's see what Buffalo's made of as well.
All right, so you know how the Canucks made these like mini signings that kind of helped their team out?
Yeah.
That's what Buffalo did, right? So Buffalo has improved slightly, in my opinion, where they made these little signings. Josh Allen, I think they lost the Jets last year, right? One game, right?
I think so.
With like a Mike White quarterback or Joe Flacco quarterback, whoever it was.
Probably, yeah.
So obviously that scares me a little bit, but at the end of the day, Buffalo always starts out strong. They usually do start off strong, and they always have that blip mid-season. So I am going with Buffalo Bills here. I think Josh Allen's going to have a monster game. Stephon Diggs, I don't think it will be Stephon Diggs because I think Sauce Gardner will do his job. But I think a Gabe Davis and a Dawson Knox will step up, be the second guy or third guy between those two.
Kincaid.
And Dalton Kincaid, the rookie, will just give
Josh Allen gave him a lot of props too. He doesn't portray himself as a rookie. He kind of seem like a rookie player anyway, so that's a good add. I
just feel like because they added, I think, Connor McGovern as well, so a good piece to the O-line. They drafted Osiris Torrance from Florida, so I think Josh Allen might have a little bit more time in pocket than he usually has.
Yeah, no. Key thing is Josh Allen gonna ram people again, or is he gonna let his running backs help? Running back is the weakness, in my opinion. James Cook, can he step up? You're facing your brother literally for his first game. I'm sure he's gonna be motivated to outperform him. And obviously Dalvin Cook, same thing on the brother side. Plus, try to prove to people again. Every running back, no matter if you're a rookie or not, is gonna be on like vengeance mode because of the market. That's it.
Also, like I said, Chase versus Denzel Ward, Diggs versus Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson versus Tre'Davious White.
Yeah.
So they're good wide receiver corner.
Bills are healthy now, right? So DeMar Hamlin, let's see how much. Let's see he get on the field as
he
well.
Could have, yeah. Then Micah Hyde, Jordan Poyer are healthy as well.
Matt Milano, yeah. Okay, let's move on. Quick, sticking with the NFL still. Let's get to some trade targets. A few topics we didn't cover last on Monday's pod. Trade targets off the bat. We mentioned the Chiefs. I still think if Kelsey is gonna be kind of like, what's the word? Hobbled. They need a wide receiver. I still think they need a wide receiver to complement him. Names that are available, probably. I don't know if DeAndre Hopkins will be available right away. It depends on how the tight end season goes. But Devontae Adams, now the tough part is I don't think they trade within division. You usually don't.
I don't think money-wise it will work.
Yeah. Unless they figure, people figure it out always. But Mike Evans is the one that I'm saying.
Yeah, I can see Mike Evans more.
Mike Evans for the Chiefs will make perfect sense. Because they need a number one, and Mike Evans is a number one, and he has contract disputes right now.
I don't think he's playing week 1 now, right?
I could double check, but yeah.
Well, it's like,
he's not motivated.
He gave a week 1 deadline. That's what it was.
I think it's a week 1 deadline to get the contract. And then then he still might play.
Probably still play, yeah.
But not under a no contract.
And then,
those are the 3 wide receivers on top of my head.
Yeah,
we already know one running back that's gonna be available no matter
Jonathan
what.
Taylor, obviously.
We still need to figure out his injury status.
Cooper Kupp, potentially. Who knows? Rams, I do believe that they're...
Yeah, that's another...
Gonna have
that's the other team that I think the Chiefs could go after. So I feel like the wide receivers will get... These are the wide receivers that will get moved.
Obviously, I'm not going to say it's going to happen. But if the Rams are really bad, and they're obviously... The smart thing is to, go young, get rid of the big contracts. Do they trade Aaron Donald?
Without money, though.
They get rid of the money.
No, but who's going to take that money and...
I don't know, but I'm just saying, if someone just feels like they're a piece away, AKA...
I don't think Aaron Donald gets traded, personally.
At all, no matter...
I think he has a say. And I think he's going to stay a Ram or retire. That's it. Simple as that. He retires, he's going to be a Hall of Famer anyway.
Aaron Donald's last year?
I need to see how the season plays out.
Shit season. It's a shit season.
I think it depends on Sean McVay. I think they both might go out together. Actually, as simple as that. There were rumors this year.
I think if it's a shit season, I think Donald's retiring. It's been rumors going on for 2 years in a row now.
If Donald has a productive year himself and he's not the reason, which probably shouldn't be, then no. Then I think he'll retire. But I feel like if he's I don't think he wants to end on a bad note on a personal end. Now, it could be a retirement and come back in a year. We literally saw Eric Berry do that for them. Not Eric Berry. Wrong guy. What's his name? Who was it?
It was their safety.
Yes.
I forgot his name now too.
I thought it was Eric Berry, but no.
Oh my god. I'm going to look this up. I had his name in my head until you said Eric Berry.
It is 2021.
Eric Weddle, right?
Yeah.
Eric Weddle.
Yeah. Eric Berry was the Chiefs.
Eric Berry's a Chiefs guy, man.
Yeah. Anyways, you could tell that you were watching. You're more football than me, in general.
Yeah, I could tell you're also freaking
Exhausted. Yeah. But no. Any other position or you look at now outside of wide receiver? Which if you look at the bad team, so who do you think has stuff to trade? Zach Ertz,
yes.
Buda Baker. He wanted to trade and he hasn't been traded yet, but it's Buda Baker.
See. Well, Zach Ertz, I could see more. Who else? We're just looking at the Cardinals roster, I guess. Hollywood Brown.
I guess, yeah. I mean,
Hollywood Brown could get traded. Colts. Do you think any of Colts players get traded? If we shit the bed.
Buckner.
Like I have a feeling Buckner could.
I think this might be Buckner's last year as a Colt.
If we do bad.
No, not even just general. Just in off season or not. I think this might be Buckner's last year.
Okay, I don't think so. I think if we have a productive year or a competitive year, I think he will stay.
Okay, so I opened Bleacher Report's NFL trade block, big board, and potential landing spots entering week 1. So that means these names might be going crazy. Nick Bosa's on this list, but we know what that happened. Tyler Boyd. He is wide receiver 3.
He's wide receiver 3.
Possible landing spots is at Carolina, makes sense, and New England, makes sense. Jonathan Taylor, Green Bay and Miami are literally the 2 spots. I think that's just lazy work. Yeah. Donovan Peoples-Jones, Arizona and Patriots. Chris Jones will be Cleveland or Detroit. Daniil Hunter, Cleveland and Houston. Derrick Henry. I don't think he's a mid-season trade personally, but depends on how much they shit about it. Miami and Pittsburgh. Derek Barnett from Philadelphia.
Yeah.
For him, it's Arizona or Indy.
Because they loaded.
Indy.
Because they freaking Philly loaded up on all the Georgia D linemen.
Mike Evans. I think this is a perfect spot. Giants and Patriots. Like, I'm the Giants. I'm calling all these quarterback or wide receivers we named to bring them.
Yeah,
in.
100%.
And then it's Chase Young, which is I think the biggest one now.
Yeah, Chase Young.
Baltimore and Chicago, which are the 2 spots he was rumored to in the offseason.
Bro, if Baltimore get him,
even if the Bears get him.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying if Baltimore get him, that defense is already so good.
Yeah, so those are the biggest names. This is entering week 1, so it's still gonna be looming.
We'll see. Obviously, it's gonna change up a little bit.
Yeah, so those are the trade board lists. Okay, so that answers a question of each position. I think Zach Ertz you could add on to that list. Houston, Robert Woods, again another wide receiver. Any veteran players on the defensive end side of the ball
for Houston
in general?
I don't even know, man. I mean, I'm honestly not even surprised that we don't know any Houston
Vegas.
players.
You think Chandler Jones gets moved?
Chandler Jones, Max Crosby's not. Yeah, Chandler Jones because they did draft Tyree Wilson.
Did you not see Did you see what happened?
What?
Apparently he was locked out of the thing, and then
he got
some shit was going down. So maybe he wants out now. Yeah,
he's like, you're locking out of my facility.
Yeah, I think that's it really.
So those are trade.
Jair's not getting traded at all.
Oh yeah, 100%. But those are trade targets. So
okay, moving on. Hot seat coaches on the hot seat.
Coaches on the hot seat.
Off the bat, Mike McCarthy.
Oh, 100%.
Off the
Mike
bat.
McCarthy. What's his name? I had it in my head. I'm pretty sure we mentioned this last time as well.
Dennis Allen?
Yeah, I think so. It was.
Oh no,
Saints as well.
Brandon Staley.
Yeah, that's.
I think him and McCarthy are 1 and 2, 100%.
No matter.
There's no way.
They're 1 and 1.
Yeah, like this is Brandon Staley's last year. I'm surprised he did not got fired last year. They're probably giving him another chance. That's why they brought in Kellen Moore. But yeah, I think this is Brandon Staley's last year.
Oh yeah, 100% Brandon Staley's last chance.
If they make the playoffs and they lose like how they did,
they need to win a game in the playoffs. In order for him to
exactly
100%
and even if they win the game, the second game can't be what happened against Jacksonville. Simplest way to put it.
Can't blow a 28-0 lead.
Yeah. Are these the coaches that could get fired halfway through the year as well? Like, I'm talking about hot seat, not just end of the year.
I think these guys are going to be competitive enough. They're not going to make a mid-season change. But if they're like really...
Like, let's say they're 500. I will not be shocked if Staley gets fired.
Yeah, then 100%. But like, if they have like, if they're competitive, right, like how they were last year, they're fine.
Okay.
Even though it might, like, you could be competitive and like still look shit on the field.
Obviously, people are gonna say Belichick. No. Flores and Belichick will never. They could just get in the Hall of Fame tomorrow. Essentially,
Does Stefanski?
Yeah, I think he should
from Cleveland, right?
I think he should be. Stefanski, Ron Rivera, and I think those are the big ones there. Stefanski and Ron Rivera. I could see Zach Taylor if they shit the bed. Only if they shit the bed. Because they have overly high expectations, and usually teams do that. If let's just say they're barely a wild card team and get knocked out in the first round, I will not be surprised if Zach Taylor gets fired, because you have to look at the ambition of the team as well. Like, this isn't like this isn't like Sean McDermott either. They're set up fine. Like, I don't think he gets fired, but I'm saying if they shit the bed, like a team that shits a bed like that, because Zach Taylor before the Super Bowl year was already on the hot seat once.
Are you anticipating them shitting the bed?
No.
So I think he's fine. So I don't think he's gonna be on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's like in the lower end.
I'm not putting him in that hypothetical.
But yeah, I think
it's like saying if the Chiefs shit the bed too, right?
Andy Reid's never getting fired.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking. I'm saying you're putting in a hypothetical situation where the Bengals are as good.
I'll tell you this much:
the Bengals are as good as the Chiefs.
The Patriots, the Steelers, and the Chiefs go shit the bed for 2 years in a row. Their coaches are not getting fired. I'll tell you that. Yeah,
but I'm just saying.
Zach Taylor's not on that league, though.
What I'm saying is you're putting in that situation.
I'm only saying it only for Zach Taylor, though.
But I just think that's such a.
But I'm only saying it for Zach Taylor.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying that just like.
Listen, okay,
I'm saying this. That is such a just.
What about Sean McDermott?
Random.
What about Sean McDermott?
No, let me finish my thought. But I'm just saying, like, you're putting the Bengals in such a freaking stupid what if scenario. Like, I don't think they're gonna shit the bed.
But again, you have to put this thing. It's football. Shit goes down, right?
They're fine. They're the Chiefs.
I will not be surprised if.
Do you think the Chiefs?
I'm not gonna. I will be surprised if they shit the bed. I literally admitted to that. I said I will be surprised if they shit the bed. I'm saying if they do, though, right, barely make the playoffs because their ambitions are so high. That's when I could see Zach Taylor getting fired, and if there's a coach available, they will fire him. If there's a coach available, right?
I think
my question.
I think Burrow's gonna have gonna be happy.
So that's fine.
I don't think Burrow's gonna be happy.
We'll see.
I know Burrow.
We always see drama with coaches, especially if they shit the bed. I think he will be on that hot seat if they shit the bed. That's the caveat. Now, I'm not saying that for every coach. I'm literally pointing out two teams here, and I'm asking you about Sean McDermott. What if it's another disappointing playoff run?
I see more Kent Dorsey getting fired.
Oh yeah, I could see that. Because, like, Sean McDermott might be on that Andy Reid tree thing where, like, Andy Reid was always mediocre in the playoffs and then got Patrick Mahomes.
But I'm just saying, like, I don't see it happening because McDermott and Taylor are the reason why these teams became relevant and this good.
I could say that for McDermott. Zach Taylor was going to get fired if Joe Burrow did not carry that team to the Super Bowl. I could say that for sure.
Yeah, no, but he bounced back with another year where, like...
That's fine, but the Ravens are now back in it.
No,
the Cleveland Browns, that division fell off for that 1 year. I could see Zach Taylor getting fired only if they shit the bed.
I don't.
That's it.
That's just such.
So you're saying okay?
That's just such a high.
No, but okay.
What if scenario
what if they do shit the bed?
It's just a far-fetched what if scenario for me that I can't even believe that. Like, I genuinely can't.
Okay, but let's just say it happens. Unbelievable shit happens all the time.
Bro, that is unbelievably unbelievable. That's what I'm trying to say.
If they do, I don't want them to shit the bed, but if they do, you're gonna come back to this and be like, okay, but do you think he'll? Okay, let's just say that unbelievable thing happens because
I put him in my Super Bowl. Bro.
Did you really think Denver was gonna shit the bed this bad last year?
I didn't expect him to be like that great. I'll be honest with you.
But did you expect him to shit the bed like that?
I mean, I expect like okay, kind of not like
you didn't think Denver was a playoff bound team.
No, I think they were missing the playoffs. I did not put them in my playoffs.
But like, how much were they missing the playoffs by?
Like,
that's my question to you.
2 games at least. They're not gonna be 1 game off or tied.
I know you put them in your well, you spoiled that part. But I know you put them in the Super Bowl. But shit happens. We've seen shit happen in this league where no one thought. You can't tell me Denver was gonna be a 4-win team. or whatever they were last year.
Yeah, no, but I thought they're gonna be
I'm saying because the
maximum 8.
Bengals.
I thought maximum
if
8.
the
because
Bengals get out,
I thought the Raiders were a better team. I had them 4th in my all 4 of those. I had them 4th.
If the Bengals somehow come 3rd in their division, 7th in the wildcard spot, lose in the first round, I will not be surprised if Zach Taylor gets fired if there's a better option available. Whether it be a coordinator, whether it be a head coach that like Frank Reich type head coach available to get hired in. That's my point. Now, do I believe they'll shit the bed? No. But if shit stuff happens, for their standards, they're a Super Bowl caliber team that if they choke this year as well, I will not be surprised if Zach Taylor gets fired. I will not be surprised.
Okay, yeah, we'll just move on.
He has a 2-year timeline, in my opinion, to do something. But I won't be surprised if it happens this year.
Okay.
I won't be surprised if it happens this year, is what I'm telling you. Like, Brandon Staley is a whole different situation. It's the big caveat, but it's still the caveat that shit happens in the NFL.
I'm just saying.
Barring no injuries,
I'm just saying that, like, it took many of these great head coaches to finally win one. If you think about it. McDermott has been there for 7 years, hasn't won one. Freaking Andy Reid took him a long time to win one.
Yeah, no, we'll see. Because I don't.
Long time.
Zach Taylor has definitely stepped up, but he wasn't like like Sean McVay was the guy before he came in. Kyle Shanahan hasn't won one, but I don't think Kyle Shanahan gets fired at all.
Yeah,
that's a different thing for me. I don't have Zach Taylor in the same tier as Kyle Shanahan. That's my point. Kyle Shanahan has taken shit quarterbacks to the championship game, NFC championship game. Zach Taylor only is there because Joe Burrow is the big factor. That's the difference there. But speaking of Joe Burrow, he's healthy for week 1.
Oh yeah,
all that later. He is healthy for week 1. So let's see. Pressure's on this team. But yeah, moving on. Are we good here?
Yeah,
it's a good debate though.
It is, but I'm just like I just don't see that happening. Like I just can't, predict that.
Yeah, I can't see it happening either. But I'm just saying there's a caveat to it. A lot of things.
But that's like the biggest far-fetched one I've seen next to the Chiefs.
Not for Zach Taylor. I'm sorry, not for Zach Taylor.
What do you mean? I'm talking about like you're saying. What if the Chiefs shit the bed that bad?
Oh, you're talking about that as a team? Okay, I know.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Well, if they see my prediction, they know that they're not my division winner. People know.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying that's just such a far-fetched scenario for me.
Okay. Anyways, pressure to win the most. Dallas.
Obviously, Dallas is always gonna be up there. With Dak Prescott.
I'm putting San Francisco in this list now. They've always been an NFC Championship team, and I understand it's on them that their quarterback hasn't panned out really.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
But they still go far enough.
Obviously, I would say Buffalo as well, and then
Buffalo. Yeah, Buffalo's number 1 or 2 with Dallas, and San Jose are top. San Francisco are top 3.
I would take San Francisco out and like put in Lamar Jackson as well.
I'm giving him one more year.
Because
he's up there. He'll be top 5, but he's up there.
I'm just like because Lamar Jackson is always
for me. Lamar Jackson.
It's not even that. It's because of his contract, right? Like he's been it's been such a big issue these last couple of years for him to obviously fight for what his money is and deserve the Ravens to reward him.
Deserve it for sure,
right? And now you got to produce. It's on you now.
For me, he has to win 2 playoff games.
Yeah, there's no drama.
He's only won 1, right?
Yeah.
So for me, I think that's next step for him is to AFC Championship is the goal, not Super Bowl. I think the realistic goal for him is AFC Championship.
I mean, realistically,
then pressure's on for a Super Bowl.
If you think about it, right, the AFC is gonna stay like this for a while. So like, it's not gonna change next year. If you're not producing this year, you gotta step up your game. It's as simple as that.
Okay, so to win a Super Bowl, or make the Super Bowl at least is Dallas, San Francisco, and Buffalo. Right, Buffalo higher than San Francisco because Buffalo hasn't even been there.
Obviously, if I have to pick I pick Baltimore over San Francisco because I feel like Brock Purdy deserves one more year.
And I'm gonna throw this another pressure filled is Justin Herbert, but not for Super Bowl. To at least win 1 or 2 playoff games. He had it last year, and now could he have made one more drive? Sure, but you give your defense a 30-point lead. You can't ask for him to keep delivering. Out of expectation as well.
That's Staley and defense,
right?
For
so
sure.
I put pressure on him because he's supposed to be the comp to Joe Burrow, and Joe Burrow's been to a championship, Super Bowl, and AFC Championship.
This is like more of like, just dark horse type of thing. I'm gonna say the Saints just because I believe their window is small.
Yeah,
because Derek Carr is old. Your defense is aging. Like Cam Jordan's already over 30. Yeah, Demario Davis is pretty old. Lattimore's getting up there in age. Tyrann Mathieu up there in age. So, and I just feel like this is your window these next couple of years at least.
So like, okay, so high end pressure, I think is like for me it's those 3 teams, and you could throw in Baltimore as well. So it's 4 that we named. Low, right under that, for me, is the Chargers, and then on the lower end,
you could put the Bengals up there with the Chargers.
Sorry, yeah, Bengals and Chargers.
Yeah.
On the lower end,
and below them, I could say Saints.
I'm gonna throw in the Eagles only because there's a stat that if whoever loses in the Super Bowl, whichever, like I know Chiefs or Eagles have already won, but whoever loses in the Super Bowl doesn't usually go back in terms of QB.
Jalen Hurts.
So
Joe Burrow.
Yeah, so like as a QB though, so that's the key part. Foles and Wentz won that for them, right? Wentz the regular season, Foles in the playoffs, right? This is Hurts, so it's a little bit different here. Same thing with Joe Burrow. So let's see how that turns out. Because I literally, when I kind of think on the top of my head, Wilson won before he lost one. Manning won before he lost one. Brady won before he lost one. Flacco won. All right, he never went back. But he won. Eli won both. So
Roethlisberger.
So it seems like the teams that haven't like this.
I don't think Rivers even made a Super Bowl, right?
No, so he doesn't count. But yeah, I think these are the most pressure-filled teams.
Well, who knows? One of his 10 children might.
True, yeah. He has a 10th one on the way. But yeah, so just to clarify, I know we kind of went all over the place. Highest pressure, Dallas, Buffalo for sure. Then you could throw in Baltimore and San Francisco to make it back to the Super Bowl. And then right under that is the Bengals, and right under that slightly for me is Herbert, the Chargers, to win at least a couple of win a playoff game or a couple.
Because Bengals have done stuff.
Yeah.
Chargers have done nothing.
So that's, yeah. So Herbert, if you want to be compared.
Herbert kind of has
Herbert has a talent to be compared to Burrow.
Herbert has a Lamar thing on him.
Yeah.
He has to win a playoff game.
Exactly. And then lower end would be teams like Saints. Eagles. If you're putting the Bengals up there, you have to put the Eagles up there after this year.
Eagles
mainly
deserve to be up there too. Yeah.
But yeah, you have the Saints, and I have
just like a.
And I said Eagles, but
just like a below the radar pick.
Jacksonville will eventually come onto that list.
Jacksonville,
not this year. This is their year to make some noise. And if they don't, the next year you'll be talking about Jacksonville.
They deserve a year.
Yeah.
Still.
So let's move on to the last NFL topic. Let's go to the opposite end. We were talking about Super Bowl champions. Who's getting Caleb Williams? So who's your bottom 3 to 5 teams?
I'll give you bottom 5.
Okay.
I'm not going to say any order because I haven't really thought about it yet. But I am throwing Cardinals up there.
Yeah.
I'm throwing the Texans in there.
Okay.
I'm throwing the
Tampa Bay
Buccaneers in there. I'm throwing the Rams in there. And if I were to pick one more, it would be between Indy or what's the one more team? What's
Raiders?
Yeah, Raiders. I could see them as well.
Yeah, I could agree with that. The fifth spot will definitely be between. I don't think the Raiders are any good, personally. Defensively, yeah, they have 2 studs.
D-line wise, yeah.
Yeah, but that's it. There's a team that I thought that could be.
That's what I was trying to think of. Honestly, if Sam Howell does shit the bed, Washington could be in there as well.
True.
And then
this is more off-season talk, but that's a Kyler Murray spot right there.
Yeah, but otherwise, I think Falcons will be good enough. I think the Panthers will be good enough, right? Like, they'll be young and exciting to watch. I think Texans are still a year away to become like one of those teams. I think Colts, it just depends because Colts do have those veteran stars.
Yeah.
Right? Like Buckner, Leonard, Nelson, Taylor if he plays, Pittman, still solid.
Veteran, 4 years.
Solid veteran, I guess, 4 years. Still on his rookie contract. But yeah, for that, it just depends. You know, if Richardson's anything like his ceiling, this team could be making the playoffs. Yeah, I don't think there's anyone else, really.
Yeah, I think those are probably the consensus.
Maybe Packers?
Yeah.
Maybe Packers, yeah.
I had a team, but I guess, I don't know if it was already mentioned.
I think that's it, really.
Yeah, okay.
But Arizona, you're number 1 overall pick.
You get 2 picks in the top 5. That's scary, though.
That is very scary.
The only good thing is for that division, it's Arizona. So they're bound to mess it up.
They have They had a good offseason this year. They drafted a O-lineman in Paris Johnson.
Yeah.
They made some good
Finesse that trade. Yeah.
good moves to get the potential Williams-Harrison duo of next year.
Yeah, so that's it for the NFL side of things. So comment down below, you guys. Who do you think wins the Giants? Who do you think the top performing team is? Comment down below if you have fantasy like Jobin.
Yeah, before we get into that, I just want a quick question, last one. Who do you think will be your biggest winner and loser of the weekend?
Oh, yeah, let's start. Yeah, we should do that. This is our new segment for NFL season.
Biggest loser and winner.
Are you going to do a Stevens A list, a Jobin U's list? Are you going to do that as a TikTok, or are we going to do this as a thing?
As a A-list, bro.
Biggest winner of the week for me will be one of the New York teams.
So if they
because I said both of them are going to win, right?
If they could pull out a victory, yeah. I could see that happening.
I think it's big for the Jets though because of the division.
I'm going with upset, and I'm going with the Lions. If they upset, for me they're the biggest winner.
I think it's Jets because it's the same division.
Yeah, okay, I could see that as well.
Who was you said loser?
Most disappointing team, I guess. Who do you think it's gonna be? So the biggest loser as well.
The biggest loser. Was it it's tough to judge when they haven't played? Minnesota? I'm going with Minnesota. I know they're playing Tampa, but hey, Baker could do some shit.
You know what? They're playing the Steelers. I'm going with the 49ers. They've been obviously through a lot of drama. QB drama, Nick Bosa drama. And we'll see if that really, those the Steelers are a good team as well. So we'll see if they could get upset there.
I'm going to throw Saints in as well. Saints play
Titans, yeah. Saints could be a good one.
At the end of the day, Saints have all this pressure. I'm putting this pressure on them. They give a shit what I think. But we genuinely think there should be an easy division winner. But Titans are a decent enough team that could upset them,
That's
in my
true.
opinion.
I agree with that too.
Okay, let's move on.
Let's move on.
Officially, NFL season's on. Make sure you guys let us know your predictions below. Who do you think? Who's your favorite team? Perfect. Comment that down below. Who's your favorite team?
Yeah.
We need some comments going, man. It's been kind of dead lately. So, all right. Comment your favorite team down below, and then we'll read some next pod. How about that? Let's add some segments in here now.
Add some, right? Yeah.
That will only work if you guys give us comments, though.
Just imagine we see 0 comments again.
Yeah. Anyways, let's get into the NBA here. Before we get into the NBA, let's talk FIBA. Canada, baby. It was worth it waking up at 5:30, wasn't it, Joven? Wasn't it?
I'll be honest with you. I know you left for work at the 4th quarter. I fell asleep in the 4th quarter.
What, in my room? You just passed out?
Okay, so I watched obviously the main stuff. I did not know Dylan Brooks got ejected. I'll be honest with you.
Luka and him got ejected.
I know Luka did.
Yeah.
So I was awake for that. And then obviously I was just they were already so far ahead. I'm like, this game's already dead.
By the way, I know I mentioned we're going to have a guest on for FIBA. We still are. It's just a little postponed because the dude's busy because Canada is doing Canadian things and winning. So he's busy with other media, right? So we are BTR. Eventually we want to be at that spot where people want to
We're not
postpone other
are we
media
the
spots
radar yet? Or we're still below the radar?
So yeah, well, we're still working on that. Hopefully this coming weekend that should be coming out. Oh, last thing for the NFL. Tier list video will be dropping Saturday?
Saturday, yeah.
For sure. Okay. Anyways, FIBA, Canada. Semifinals are set. Canada beat Slovenia. Luka Magic is out. And Luka was doing Luka things, whining to the ref. And playing well, but whining to the ref. It's funny because, okay, hey, listen. The officiating, the biggest issue I have with it personally, overall FIBA, now I only watch the Canada games because the stupid game times are so early that I can't watch the other ones. Is the inconsistency in the calling, right? What I love about it is
it's physical.
Not even just that. If this was the NBA, Luka would not be getting ejected and Luka would be getting some of those foul calls. Yeah. The FIBA refs do not give a shit who you are.
They don't.
Right? So that's the one thing I love about it. And it's going to feel weird once NBA season, which I'm excited for as well. Because the parity in there is going to be back to how the NFL is. And same as last year's NBA. Is how the reffing is gonna piss me off because it's gonna be like you said, it's not gonna be as aggressive and stuff like that.
Ben Taylor was effing terrible. Shout out Fred VanVleet.
I think
No.
he was gone. I think he quit.
He quit?
I think there's.
Fred VanVleet won.
I think he had an investigation. One of the refs. I think it might be him.
Fred VanVleet won.
Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but it might be him. There is no. It's the one. I think was it the Lakers Celtic ref? I don't know if it was the same guy, but it was in the Lakers Celtic ref. You know what the one I'm talking about?
Yeah, the LeBron.
It's either that ref or the Fred ref, the Ben Taylor, that they had an investigation going and he just ended up retiring because of it. So, anyways, back to FIBA. Canada, Brazil game was a scare. We already talked about the Spain game. You guys could check our thoughts on that. But this Slovenia game was much easier than the Spain game, for sure.
Yeah.
Slovenia was shooting lights out and we were still
in the first half, right? In the first half, but
yeah.
Slovenia wasn't a good shooting team in the tournament.
Has Shea, because Luka was the best player in this tournament in terms of name, right?
Yeah.
Shea was number 2, right? That you could think of on the top of your head.
Yeah,
Dennis Schroeder and them are there, but they haven't.
Give it to
they're
Shea.
not like if you're talking about NBA players. I think it's Shea. I don't think any of the US guys are better than Shea this past year. As much as I love Bi,
maybe Edwards.
Edwards is all the one. But then again, Shea was.
I know Shea was still like,
first team All NBA.
I'm saying like if you could throw up names, Edwards
and
Cat. No, I don't take Cat.
Cat was it, but like I'm talking about if you're talking about this past year, Shea was All NBA first team, so that's why. But no, watching Shea play is fun. I think the best thing that happened to him was that trade.
It genuinely was.
And now he sucks that he's in a market like OKC, and I think OKC,
But honestly, like even that year, his rookie year, they made the playoffs.
Yeah.
And they gave Warriors 2 games, KD Warriors.
Yeah.
Till 6 games, at least.
Even the OKC year, he was like the second option behind Chris Paul in a way. Almost beat Harden and Westbrook and the Rockets.
So like his first 2 years, he made the playoffs.
But I'm saying it's the best thing that happened to him because now he's the guy. Like he learned behind Chris Paul. I think that's what helped him the most, right? Like no one expected him to be this type of scorer. Like they know he's a two-way guy. Not saying like he's supposed to be like RJ currently how RJ Barrett is. Which shout out to RJ Barrett who's doing decent himself. But like people thought he wasn't gonna. People thought he may have been like. I don't know who, like Mike Conley even, like something like that. Like was probably his trajectory, but he went above and beyond that, right? So Shea, man, he's so fun to watch. Like literally from the first bucket, first minute, like you saw him being efficient, and yeah, he's already gonna be MVP of the tournament. I'm excited to see. They're playing Serbia. We'll get to the other matches in a second. They're playing Serbia minus Jokic, but Nikola Jovic is killing it.
Nikola Jovic.
And it's going to be a tough one. So that one is on Friday morning at 1:45 in the morning. So I'm going to be dead at work. That's for sure. Because I'm not missing this. Canada, even if they lose this game and they go to the bronze medal game, they're playing for a medal. I'm still watching that. That one's at least more capable Sunday. But yeah, so that's semifinal number 1, Serbia versus Canada. Proud of Canada. Hopefully... And they've officially qualified for the Olympics, which we mentioned. Yeah, they've
done that as well.
And hopefully it isn't like Canada soccer where it's a letdown of the Olympics.
Where they just
like the World Cup is the Olympics.
Just fail everything afterwards.
I'm still surprised like, not many people care about the World Cup like that. Because for me, we're so used to the FIFA World Cup that everybody cares about that.
FIBA, like, it's legit.
Yeah,
it's like, gold medals for Olympics.
But yeah, moving to the other side.
Semi-final number 2.
USA destroyed Italy.
I think it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, for sure. Because Germany, actually, no. Shout out Latvia. They're out. They lost to Germany by 2, but Latvia, without Porzingis, by the way.
Done this well.
Went this far. And it's insane what they did. But Germany was far to be a better team. But even with a Dennis Schroeder struggling, how much he did, they got past Latvia. And then, yeah, like I won't be surprised if Germany.
I thought Dennis Schroeder has a good tournament.
No, but he had a bad game.
He had a bad game. Okay,
he had a bad game, and there was memes about it. He himself was joking around about it. Like,
okay, yeah.
Like he shot like 4 for 20 or something. Like he was bad.
Yeah.
Which is probably why it was a close game.
Yeah.
But I will not be surprised if Germany beats
Wagner brothers.
Are they? I don't know if they're in. I'll double check.
Are they playing?
Yeah,
but I feel like Franz.
No, who knows, man? A lot of these NBA players don't play. That's the problem.
Franz Wagner could be a big help, or is a big help if he is playing. Mo Wagner. But yeah, Dennis Schroeder is like, remember that one year where like he balled out in the international stage, got a contract with the Lakers.
That was last year. Literally last
That
year.
was literally last year.
Yeah.
And then now he's doing it again. So as a
Yeah.
Raptor fan, I might be excited.
Franz Wagner is in. Mo Wagner's also in. They have Isaac Bonga,
Isaac Bonga.
Daniel Theis, and Dennis Schroeder, like the NBA talent that's there.
That's pretty solid.
Yeah.
That is pretty solid.
I'm not sure if they're missing anyone from the top of my head. But yeah, like Schroeder had 9 points and they still won. And like you leaned on Franz Wagner, who's off the bench. Both the Wagner brothers. But yeah, no, that's a fun game. That's a 5:30. So I understand why that's the 5:30 game because of the market wise. And you know, I might tune in for a little bit before I go to work. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Obviously, we're hoping Canada US final though.
Obviously, but
for the sake of the rivalry.
Yeah, obviously, but yeah. So that's semifinals set.
Semifinals are set. Finals will be on Sunday. So yeah, let's just talk about it then, because I don't think we won't be able to talk about that either.
Well, like
who do you think it will be in the finals? Are you gonna go bias pick and go Canada US?
I think it could be Canada US.
And Canada could win too.
Yeah, but I think US is gonna edge us out. I think USA will ultimately win. Like
yeah, because they have they have bridges to stop Shea in a way.
They have the defense. They have obviously they don't have the star names, but they still have a lot of deep NBA talent.
They did lose to Lithuania, so who knows?
Yeah, but that was like
a blip. I get it.
And also don't give a shit game because they already had.
Well, no, it kind of matters because if they had lost that game, they could still have been out.
But they were fine, so it doesn't. I don't think it matters. That's nothing. So yeah, USA beat Canada the final.
That's your prediction?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with that too.
Yeah, I just
I just want to see Canada versus USA. That's not soccer and that's not hockey.
Yeah, exactly.
That like in a competitive environment, right? I love that all these sports are coming up, minus all the bullshit behind the scenes in Canada soccer. That aside, the talent is there. Canada baseball, you're up next. Build around Freddie Freeman for 1 or 2 more years that he has, and go find the talent. You got triple Naylor brothers.
It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough.
Sticking with the NBA, we got 2 signings. One very small one. Danny Green is back to this Sixers. Reuniting with Joel Embiid and Nick Nurse on a separate occasion, obviously.
Yeah, separate occasion.
You remember, you literally are wearing the shirt that commemorates
Danny
you.
Green, NBA champion multiple times, but most memorable one with the Raptors because
it's your team.
It's my team.
But yeah, Danny Green's there. But the big one is I'm a Laker fan, and we made a big signing.
Christian Wood.
2 years with a player option. 8th year, 8th team.
That's wild. And for a player who's pretty
he kind of broke out
himself.
late. He broke out late in with Detroit, right? And then he went to Houston. Then James Harden wanted out of Houston. And then he went to Dallas, but he didn't fit Kid's scheme. Thoughts as a Laker fan? Don't mind it, right? Like we have Jackson Hayes for the rim protection. We still have Jared Vanderbilt. We have AD, obviously. Christian Wood's a stretch big that could play with AD, play with Jared Vanderbilt to help. So they could obviously do the defensive work for him. Same thing with Jackson Hayes. Yes, the defense concerns me, but we also have D'Angelo Russell. I don't know how he's going to do the lineup. Darvinham is Hachimura starting?
He has some pieces to play with.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Christian Wood is it's like Malik Monk. It's gonna be like Cam Reddish. It was like last year's Lonnie Walker. Prove it year, right? Like then he could opt out and then go sign a bigger contract. And let's see. Like people go in a winning environment that want him, and we'll see how it works. But my only question mark is if Jason Kidd couldn't fix his defense, Darvinham's a defensive coach. So we'll see how that works out. But excited as a Laker fan.
You have a solid roster.
Winning the offseason still.
You have a solid roster.
You have a solid roster. Pressure's on. But yeah. Moving on. All right. Let's go into some quick fire topics here. I think the last is not gonna take long. UFC is this weekend. I didn't realize that because the card wasn't this memorable. As much as Izzy's fighting Sean Strickland, who's like 5th ranked or something like that.
So Izzy dub.
Izzy wants a submission, so he might be trying for a submission win.
All right, Izzy lost because he might just be stupid and like looking for submission.
But he will be smart enough to realize. Izzy should win that, and then he should win. And he should fight Duplessis, who he was supposed to fight, who beat Robert Whittaker, right? So, there's that fight, and the other fight is Bam Bam trying to get revenge to Tuivasa. Lost his last fight after the Cyril Gane fight.
So he's trying to go back to winning ways, and hopefully shotgunning beers out of a shoe.
Yeah. It's called a shui. From
Or a
what I
shui.
heard.
I don't know. We don't drink.
I know, but I know a shotgun is like we could shotgun a normal can. That's why, like a regular.
You've
can.
been shotgunning?
No.
Okay.
when did you see me have pop or any type of canned drink?
Yeah, but yeah, shoeys. Have you done that too?
No.
Are you sure?
It's gross. I will never do a shui ever. But no. Yeah, I mean, not a memorable card. Well, we're Saturday we have a soccer game, so we'll be back in time to watch it. The other thing is, I think Shevchenko fights this month as well. Fight night.
That's fight night, yeah.
So we'll see when that happens. But other big news in the combat world. Yeah. Amanda Serrano. She will be fighting a 12-round fight.
3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Each round.
Which
So
is usually a men's thing.
A full fight.
Yeah. Usually it's 2 by 10, 10 by 2, or however you want to say it. If I'm not mistaken. Even if it's 10 by 3, it's still 12.
It's
is
not
more.
12 rounds.
It hasn't been done since 2007.
That's wild.
And she's doing it in October.
That is wild.
This is where you got to give a shout out to Jake Paul, in a way, because that's the promoter, MVP, most valuable promotions, and they are doing good things, right? So this is one of them, and can this lead to other 12-round women fights like Clarissa Shields, Katie Taylor, right? She's fighting later on this year again in Ireland against Cameron, Chantal Cameron. So. Yeah, it's a huge thing. Women's sports is on the rise. People have their opinions on the entertainment factor, but that doesn't matter to me. It matters to me that they're doing stuff, and it's gotten more entertaining in my opinion, right? Like we literally saw not even just the WNBA, what Brianna Stewart's been doing. Shout out to her. I think she set a record recently. Her and like Asia Wilson are carrying it. But the other thing I was gonna say was Caitlin Clark.
And Paige Buckets
is back. College basketball starting up soon. Let's see. Time to see Paige Buckets put the world on notice again. And I can't wait for that rivalry.
Who is the real her, which is her.
Well, Caitlin Clark was neck and neck with her even the year she was healthy.
Angel Reese as well, but
yeah, she put herself on the map.
She put herself on the map too.
She has to take forced online school because her popularity is so high that people are gonna be like. Celebrity lifestyle type of thing.
Yeah.
So her and like Livy Dunn girl.
Dunn as well, yeah.
So it's the same thing. But yeah, no, shout out to Serrano, and hopefully this carries on for a lot of other women. Right? UFC is already doing it they do 5 by 5s, right?
Yeah, for championship fights.
For championship fights. Anyways, moving on, NHL, small quick news broke earlier today. Sanderson from the Senators, Jake Sanderson signed a 8 by 8 point something, and the risk in this is a win for Sanderson because he secured security now. But the cap is supposed to go up, so it could hurt him. But he only has played 77 games, so this is kind of giving me like Tage Thompson vibes, like Buffalo.
Yeah, it's early. It's signing.
Even Julio Rodriguez in the MLB style.
It is an early signing. Yeah,
Canucks take a lesson, learn something from this.
No, obviously
8 by 8.05.
It was clear that like obviously he is one of the guys.
Yeah.
One of the core guys for Ottawa, and sometimes you just want to lock up those guys early, I guess.
Yeah, but he's a core guy, young piece. You bet on it. Hopefully you don't fail. That's all it is. That's up to the player to prove it. And
it's also good to get these done earlier because like all this drama and stuff, gets in people's head, right? I feel like remember the year where like PD and Hughes were free agents, and they had poor years that year. For how late. They were signed. So obviously it helped Tage Thompson, early contract. The organization put some faith in him. He produced a good year. So I think, Sanderson could do the same thing as well.
Ottawa's, maybe behind Buffalo right now for one of those teams.
Well, Ottawa's
to replace Boston.
They're a competing team. They're a competing team.
He's second in minutes at 21 years old after Thomas Chabot. And he will be the third highest paid player in the Senators when his contract kicks in behind Stützle and Brady Tkachuk. Both who are also at 8 millions. So, Canucks take some lessons.
Pretty good business there, right?
Well, in this case it was betting, but Canucks take some lessons.
I'm talking for Ottawa-wise, right?
This contract is also on track to make Sanderson the NHL's 14th highest paid defenseman, which is obviously more than Quinn Hughes. Although he could be knocked down that list with RFA's Rasmus Dahlin, Owen Power, and Devon Toews coming. Wow. And Devon Toews is a name I'm looking at. Because he's playing second fiddle to Cale Makar, and he could easily be a top line guy somewhere else too. But I think there's no way
Colorado's gonna try their best.
Yeah. Owen Power is getting signed and Rasmus Dahlin will get signed. Rasmus Dahlin's on the bridge, right? Because he struggled his early bit, but now he's kind of back.
He killed it this past year.
But
yeah, no, that's Buffalo's future defense, so they have to get it done.
Canucks, we're waiting for the PD news. All right, PD, please sign. Get it over with. But yeah, that's the NHL news. NHL NBA season starting in about a month. Training camps for NHL are almost. I think they're starting literally today when the squad comes out. They're today. Canucks are already at UBC. Go get a practice facility. And yeah, moving on. Last thing before we close it off today. The only soccer news really is the Ballon d'Or nominees have come out. Off the bat, Marcus Rashford is not on the top 30.
That sucks. That's painful.
That's bullshit.
That's bullshit.
It's not don't hold back here now.
Huh?
It's bullshit.
It's bullshit, yeah.
Like I'll list you some names and tell me who you should have made it ahead of, right? But keep talking.
No, like
Ronaldo missed out, but that was obvious.
Yeah, Ronaldo missing out would make sense, but Rashford missing out after multiple player of the months, having his career best in goals, right? Is his career best, right?
30 goals total.
Yeah, 30 goals total. So being the main focal point of the attack for Manchester United, and a reason why they finished third place in the Premier League, having a Champions League spot this year, and winning a Carabao Cup, FA Cup finalist as well. Like he was a big part of that.
They have no one in here.
Man United?
I don't even think. I'm not counting Onana. He's in here, but
okay, yeah.
But Bruno did not make it, I believe. Yeah, there's no Bruno. So here's the people. I'm not saying Bruno maybe should have. I get why Bruno probably didn't make it.
I'd say Rashford ahead of Bruno.
For sure, but you would think one of them would have made it.
Nah, it should have been Rashford. Rashford should have been in
Julian Alvarez. I would have had Rashford ahead. As good of a year he had,
yeah,
Rashford still won a trophy and was top 3.
Well, Alvarez kind of won a World Cup.
True, but Alvarez, I get it.
Okay, no, it's not Alvarez. But Alvarez deserves to be in there as well. But
not over Rashford is what I'm saying. Nicola Barella.
I give it to Rashford.
Jude Bellingham.
Obviously.
He deserves it. Kareem Benzema deserves it. Yassine Bono. Morocco had a year.
I still give it to Rashford.
Kevin De Bruyne.
Obviously.
Ruben Diaz. Antoine Griezmann. Did he have a good year in Atletico?
He did have a good year, but I don't think it was I think Rashford still had a better year.
Yeah, no, for sure. Gundogan.
Yeah.
Guardiola.
Yeah.
Haaland.
Of course.
Harry Kane.
Yeah.
Randall Kolo Muani. He played for Frankfurt. Frankfurt. I'm looking at the club side on this side.
Yeah.
Right?
And realistically...
And Rashford did not have a bad World Cup either. It's just stupid Southgate at the same time.
Yeah, Rashford had a decent World Cup. And realistically, did you even hear of Randall Kolo Muani other than France?
Before he played for France? No.
Even afterwards, I didn't hear him.
Because he played for Frankfurt.
Yeah, like, has he done much? Did he do much?
But he secured a 75 million.
Yeah, but like...
I think he was fine in that Bundesliga. I think he was fine in the Bundesliga. I think he was
like a good player, but like, was he Rashford good?
No.
Exactly.
Kavica Kvaratskhelia.
Oh, he deserves to be on there.
Yeah, I know. That being said, Osimhen did not make this. Oh, no, he did.
Okay, that's...
No, he did. He did.
There's no way.
Robert Lewandowski.
Yeah.
Emi Martinez.
Yeah.
Lautaro Martinez.
Not over Rashford, but I guess the World Cup helps.
And the Champions League
final, yeah. So, results-wise, yeah.
Mbappe.
Yeah.
Messi.
Yeah.
Kim Min-jae.
I guess, yeah, Napoli.
Luka Modric.
Yeah.
Jamal Musiala.
Yeah.
Martin Odegaard.
Yeah.
Andre Onana.
Yeah.
Victor Osimhen.
Oh, yeah.
Rodri.
All right, like, we're just saying it after everyone. Like, think of players that, like,
I'm going to name the last couple. Bukayo Saka.
Yeah.
Mo Salah. Vinicius and Bernardo Silva. You could even argue he had a better year than Saka in general.
No,
stats wise, I'm not saying Saka doesn't deserve to be on here.
Yeah,
I'm saying like he should, like he could be ranked higher than him.
But Saka, he had also a lot more assists as well. But yeah, no, if Saka's on there, Rashford has to be on there. Yeah, that's the thing.
I know your reaction to Lautaro Martinez is gonna be that, but yeah, no, I think that's bullshit. That's number one. Ronaldo not being on here, not surprising after the drama with United.
Sucks though. Like it's just painful to see now.
Okay, now here's this debate. Clearly, we have this poster right here. Those are in audio. It's the Messi poster I pointed at. Now remember at the Surrey Soccer League, I was asked the question, Messi or Haaland for Ballon d'Or, and that's the top two. We all know that. Like,
That
the
is the
argument
top
should
two.
be three, right? Like who's gonna be three isn't pretty much. It's like Ronaldo, Messi all over again.
Yeah.
I'll ask you that in a second as well. But and I answered it because like one, our mom in the background yelled Messi, and the more I think about it, I could see why Haaland has a case.
Yeah, Haaland won
Treble winner.
Yeah.
Highest Premier League goal scoring record. Messi only had the World Cup. Right? Now, we know Messi's probably going to get it because it's going to be a legacy thing.
It's the way he won the World Cup. Right? Like,
and I get that.
He raised, at 35 years old, he raised his level back to like he was 20.
Would you be... Yeah, at 35, I don't consider age in awards too much because it has to be based on ability, not the age.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying what he did.
The storyline is there, for
it's
sure.
Not storyline. It's like what he did.
But it's also a storyline.
He turned back the clock, even though he's been so good in his 30s.
But when you add the PSG factor, right? Because you have to look at all around.
Yeah.
Yes.
But what is the biggest trophy?
This year, World Cup.
Exactly.
But after that, the other three are won by Haaland. Goals were there, right? Listen, I'm probably gonna end up picking Messi because I just want to see him win one more.
PSG won the league,
but
right? PSG won the league. Did PSG won the league?
No. Yeah. Wait, did they? But he had nothing to do with it.
I know, but still has a trophy. Like I know it's I know
they choked the other thing. I know they choked the Coupe de thing, right?
Whatever that was, but like did they win the league? Right?
Current champion, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
No, but here's my question: if someone, whether it be I'm not even gonna say Messi hater. I'm gonna just say someone comes up to you and gives you a reason why Haaland should have won it. Would you really be like, nah, you're dead wrong?
You're not dead wrong. I could see, like, I'm there too. I was like, I could see why Haaland has a case, like you. But I have stuck with Messi and I don't change.
How much of it is because it's Messi?
No, yeah, obviously. But I'm just saying, like, the World Cup is the biggest trophy.
I get that. That's why I have him winning it. I have it because of that reason, and I know he's gonna get it because of the storyline factor. You have to admit that there's a narrative factor.
Yeah, there is a narrative factor, but he could easily have gotten carried himself, but he didn't get carried. He's the one who. And carried.
I get that, but then at the same time, yeah, like I said, I'm leaning towards Messi. But if someone were to come up to me, whether it be on Twitter or whether it be on the streets or like even that day at the soccer tournament, and they were like, "No, Haaland," and I could look at him and be like, "You're not wrong."
I could say this.
Like, I could be like, "You're not wrong."
Okay, I'm not gonna say like you're a dumbass, but I'm just to say,
you'll give your reasoning.
The reasoning,
but you'll understand why Haaland.
The reasoning is biggest trophy is the World Cup.
If Haaland's name gets announced October, whatever it is, at the end of October, would you really be shocked?
I'll be surprised.
You would be?
I'll be a little bit surprised.
I wouldn't be totally surprised.
I won't be like jaw dropped, but I'll be a little bit surprised.
I would be surprised because I think Messi's a war to lose. Just because his name is Leo Messi. That's the reason why I'm saying that. Like, that's why I would be surprised. But in terms of accolades, I will not be surprised if Haaland gets it.
Obviously, Haaland had a great year. No disrespect to that at all. But I'm just saying, Messi has won the biggest trophy, and he didn't win the Champions League.
That's why
he didn't do well in the Champions League, but he still won, the league, right?
If only they just did well in the Champions League and wasn't the reason why they lost because he did not carry like he should have and helped. I'm not saying just him, but the others as well.
Byron, right? They lost to?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
They put up a stinker. So it wasn't even like if it wasn't a stinker. Yeah, like I could see that's the reason why I could see Haaland getting it. That's it. I think Messi ultimately gets it, and my vote would go for Messi if I had one because of exactly what you said. But yeah, like I wouldn't be like jaw dropping if Haaland or whatever the case is.
Yeah, it's not jaw. I'm surprised though. I'll be a little bit surprised. I'll be like, okay, what the hell?
I'll be surprised because I'm like, I think Messi just gets it because his name is Leo Messi.
Ability wise, I'll be like, okay, what the hell?
How much does the MLS count?
Right,
how much does the MLS count this year?
Yeah. What did Haaland do in the finals?
True.
What did Haaland do in the finals?
True. And to that argument, I could be like, he has Kevin De Bruyne with him, and he did that, right? But then again, the counter argument could be, what the hell did Messi do in the Champions League?
Yeah.
In general,
obviously, but like, I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna put like I'm not gonna put Haaland not making the World Cup on Haaland. Like, I'm not gonna knock Haaland for that.
Yeah.
But Messi did turn up in his final.
No, for sure.
And like he turned up.
So that being said, is number 3 Mbappe?
Probably.
Because if we're going World Cup as the big thing, and Mbappe has to be number 3, right?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. No, I genuinely think it's a tough debate.
You could see a De Bruyne in there as well.
Yeah.
Or honestly, the Gundogan could be up there
Yeah.
because Gundogan.
I think Mbappe's name will just get him 3, but no, I genuinely think it's a solid debate. Like, I think it's a solid debate that you could need a mediator in. It's not like
I mean, if you have someone like just like you said on the streets, right? Like, you'll start beefing.
Yeah,
like if you're
especially
Messi
for sure. A lot of them people I see are Ronaldo fanboys and Messi haters.
No one's gonna budge.
A lot of people I see are like that are saying this are Messi haters or Ronaldo fanboys. So I'm not looking at that, but I'm saying, and you know me, I'm not biased when it comes to like. I think Messi's the GOAT, and I think Messi probably will win it. But I will not be surprised if Haaland gets it. That's how I could conclude it.
Yeah, but the thing is, I will.
But again, my question is, does the MLS count? Because then it's Messi for sure. Because technically it's the current season of the MLS, right?
It is the current season
in a way. So, because if that is included, then sure, then I know it's for sure Messi. But excluding the MLS, it's a tough debate. I personally genuinely think it's a tough debate. But yeah, comment your thoughts below. If it's Messi or Haaland.
Yeah.
That being said, pretty good episode, banger.
Yeah. No, just not as. Just aren't. I'm done too. I'm feeling exhausted now. I can't even speak right now. Yeah.
Once again, people that are watching FIBA, 145 Canadians, tune in.
Not gonna lie, yo. As much
Bogdanovic is also on that
As much as how good that game was, it really took a lot out of me. Sleep wise.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just following up with the guest right now. But that's pretty much it. Banger episode. Make sure you guys check our previous episode. We predict the NFL or give our whole total predictions. We appreciate you guys watching another long episode midweek. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Help us get to 200 subscribers by the end of this month. And if you guys haven't, check out the Derek Bossy podcast. I'm gonna keep hyping that one up.
Yeah, check out.
And while you're watching the Derek Bossy one, check out the Ben one as well.
Check out the Benipal Ben one as well,
and Jeevan
and Jeevans as well. But also make sure you please check out our predictions for the NFL season. We predicted all the division standings, predicted awards, predicted our playoff seedings, and our Super Bowl winners. And so please check that out if you just wanna, make fun of us.
Yeah,
or agree with us,
and then we'll make
or if you have your own, please comment down below as
so
well.
We could make fun of you guys too.
Yeah, but you can't say we're wrong until we're wrong.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, we appreciate you guys, everybody, for watching. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.